Most Americans think of it as a land of ice, snow, and maybe moose. But beneath the surface, Alaska might just be the most strategically vital state in the entire United States. It's not just big, it's colossal. It's not just cold, it's crucial. From its location on the global map to its vast natural resources and military presence, Alaska is a geographic powerhouse hiding in plain sight. In this video, we're going to uncover why Alaska plays a pivotal role in American global strategy, and how it could shape the 21st century more than you think. Let's begin with geography. Alaska is closer to Russia than any other US state, just 55 miles across the Bering Strait. It's also closer to Tokyo than Washington, D.C., and sits at the doorstep of the Arctic, the world's next strategic frontier. That means it's a launchpad for military operations, Arctic exploration, and global shipping routes that are rapidly changing due to melting ice. During the Cold War, Alaska was seen as a front line against Soviet nuclear threats. That legacy lives on today. US missile defense systems, radar stations, and Air Force bases are still heavily concentrated here. In fact, Alaska houses some of the most advanced surveillance systems on Earth. But beyond military might, Alaska is also rich in natural resources. We're talking about oil, natural gas, gold, zinc, and rare earth minerals, many of which are critical for modern technologies and military hardware. The Trans-Alaska Pipeline moves millions of barrels of oil annually from Prudhoe Bay to Valdez, reinforcing the state's economic and strategic significance. Now, let's talk Arctic. As climate change accelerates, Arctic ice is melting faster than ever, opening new navigable sea routes and unlocking untapped resources. The US, via Alaska, is one of only 8 countries with territory in the Arctic Circle. This puts America in the center of a new global race for Arctic dominance, involving Russia, China, Canada, and Nordic countries. And here's the kicker: Russia has been aggressively militarizing its Arctic coastline. It has over 50 icebreakers. The US? Less than 10. But thanks to Alaska, the US can project power into the Arctic, monitor Russian movement, and secure new shipping lanes that could cut weeks off global cargo travel. What do you think? Should the US invest more in Alaska's Arctic defenses? Drop your thoughts in the comments, we read every one of them. But the story doesn't end there. Alaska also plays a climate and environmental role. As one of the first regions to feel the impacts of warming, it's a bellwether for what's to come. Melting permafrost is changing infrastructure planning, threatening indigenous communities, and challenging local economies. What happens here may shape how the US handles climate resilience on a national scale. And culturally, Alaska is home to a rich indigenous heritage that predates US statehood. Its native communities offer insights into sustainable living, Arctic survival, and geopolitical knowledge passed down through generations. Ignoring this knowledge could be a missed opportunity in navigating the future. Let's not forget the economic layer. Beyond oil, Alaska's fishing industry is among the most productive in the world. Its strategic ports could serve as future logistics hubs as the Arctic becomes more accessible. With investment, Alaska could become a new energy and transportation corridor. China has noticed. It calls itself a near-Arctic state, and has expressed interest in Arctic investment and influence. This raises major concerns for US policymakers. If China builds economic or research footholds in Arctic regions near Alaska, the US could face a new type of encroachment, not military, but economic and scientific. The region is also prone to natural disasters. Earthquakes, tsunamis, and volcanoes make Alaska a hotbed of geological activity. This means strategic planning must include resilience not just to adversaries, but to nature itself. So, in one state, the US is managing military confrontation with Russia, resource competition in the Arctic, environmental and climate threats, economic development challenges, indigenous rights and cultural preservation, Chinese geopolitical interest. That's a lot more than what people usually associate with snow and sled dogs. Alaska's role in energy transition is another major element. As the world shifts away from fossil fuels, Alaska's potential for wind, tidal, and geothermal energy could become essential. Its location also makes it ideal for launching satellites and monitoring global weather patterns, giving it additional value in an age of space-based technology and climate science. Alaska's position in missile defense cannot be overstated. Facilities like Fort Greely house interceptors that are part of the ground-based mid-course defense system, capable of neutralizing intercontinental ballistic missiles. It's no exaggeration to say Alaska is the first line of defense for the continental US in case of a missile attack from Asia or the Arctic. Tourism and ecotourism are growing too, making Alaska a place where natural wonder meets strategic necessity. But that balance is fragile. Increased human activity could harm ecosystems already under threat from global warming. Education and research institutions in Alaska also contribute to the state's global relevance. Universities like the University of Alaska Fairbanks are global leaders in Arctic studies, polar science, and climate research. These institutions act as intellectual hubs that support US strategy with data, diplomacy, and environmental forecasting. And then there's space. Alaska is home to the Pacific Spaceport Complex, one of the few high-latitude launch sites in the US. Its location is ideal for launching satellites into polar orbit, crucial for Earth observation, military surveillance, and weather tracking. As space becomes increasingly militarized, Alaska's importance will only grow. What happens in Alaska won't stay in Alaska. Its role in global strategy is only growing. As Arctic ice melts, as great powers compete for dominance, and as the energy transition unfolds, Alaska will move from the edge of the map to the center of the world stage. Final CTA. So, what's your take? Is Alaska America's most overlooked asset, or its most underused one? Let us know in the comments. And if you love geography, power politics, and how maps explain the world, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.